All right, guys, Canada just made America beg for mercy. And Vegas, man, they are paying the price. So something is shifting right now. You can't put your finger on it, but I bet you can feel it, even if you can't name it, right? It's that quiet tension in the air, the moment before that storm breaks. And here's the headline that's breaking. Canada, yes, Canada, just made the United States squeal. They made America tap out, cry mercy, and whine like a little kid who just got tagged too hard in dodgeball. Let's dive in. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me here on The Baseline. So here are the receipts today, everyone. The United States ambassador to Canada literally stood on stage in Halifax begging, why don't you guys like us anymore? And why is there so much anti-American sentiment in Canada? Well, guys, when the world's most powerful empire is reduced to asking, why don't you like me? You know something has historically snapped. Now, here's why this matters to us, why it matters to you. This isn't just Canada flexing on America. This is about your wallet, your job, your future. Because when Canada turns its back on United States tourism and trade, industries start to bleed. Vegas is bleeding right now. Workers are bleeding. And you, whether you live in Toronto, Tulsa, you guys are footing this bill for Donald Trump's obsession with treating Canada like the 51st state. Now, think about it. While you're scrapping to pay bills, your money is financing a regime that threatens Canada's sovereignty and then plays the victim when Canada pushes back. So it's all hard to kind of swallow, but we got to cut right into it, because why does Canada suddenly have America by the throat? Because Trump himself threatened Canada's existence. Not tariffs, not a dispute over maple syrup, existence, calling them the 51st state. He mocked their sovereignty. And when Canada finally responded with boycotts, trade pivots, and alliances with Mexico and Europe, the United States suddenly realized, oh my God, we actually really need Canada. And that's the first twist to all this, right? Because the world's indispensable nation just discovered it's dispensable. And the ambassador, Pete Hora, instead of acknowledging this reality, he whines. Why are Canadians being so aggressive towards us? Why are you calling it a trade war? Well, Pete, my man, it's not aggression. It's called survival. So let's put it as simply as we can, right? If someone walks into your house, kicks over your table, threatens your family, and then asks, why are you being so hostile? Well, the answer should be pretty obvious, right? But the Trump's regime has this sociopathic habit. They punch you in the face, then cry victim when you raise your fists. So that's the tough part here. And the ambassador's performance at Halifax Chamber of Commerce, guys, it was peak gaslighting. He's up there sounding like a bad ex-boyfriend. We had such good times together. Why are you treating me this way? Bro, this isn't the prom. You're not king anymore. Canada's moved on. And Mexico's the rebound here. And she's thriving as well. So let's roll back just a bit and let's be real, because Canadians don't usually get mad. This is a people who say sorry when you bump into them. So for Canada to go elbows up on America, you know something deep has really snapped. It's like that moment your calmest friend flips the Monopoly board and storms out. You don't ask, why are you mad? You ask, what did I do? And Canadians, man, they are united on this. Across the left, across the right, the center, even Doug Ford, the conservative Ontario premier, who once cozied up to Trump, is now anti-Trump because he saw Trump attack Canada itself. Now, when conservatives, liberals, and socialists in Canada all agree on something, You know it's real. And this isn't partisan. It's not partisan anymore, at least. It's survival, right? And here's the thing. While America loses tourists, loses credibility, loses allies, Canadians are finding new strength. Tourism is booming in Mexico thanks to Canadians. Investments are flowing into Canadian industries. And every day, Canadians are looking at Trump's chaos and saying, nope, we're good. But let's pull the camera back just a bit, because this isn't just about Canada. This is about what happens when the empire overplays its hand. And we have to be careful, because you want to know where all this lands, right? And that's the thing. So let's take, for example, let's look at Las Vegas, right? Vegas, once the beating heart of American tourism, it's in free fall. Why? Because Canadians aren't showing up. International travelers, they're staying away. And when your city is built on tips and conventions, losing even 10% is catastrophic. Vegas is down 50 to 75%. And the workers, not the billionaires, the workers, they're the ones that end up suffering. So let's meet Sonia, right? Caesar's palace employee, 2 months without a shift, bills piling up. She told reporters, if I knew this was the situation, I would have never started. And if we meet Josefina, a single mom of 4, a longtime server who now fears she can't pay for her kids' future, because tourists simply aren't coming anymore. These aren't statistics. These are real people. And they're the casualties of a political war that Trump manufactured. So the U.S. isn't just losing tourists. It's losing its own legitimacy. Mexico is welcoming Canadians. Canada is investing in itself. And even United States allies in deep red Oklahoma are asking their own congressmen, why are you flying to Israel when Canada is right next door? Now think about that. Even MAGA districts are waking up and saying, stop chasing foreign wars and start fixing our backyard. And if America keeps ignoring this, the very foundation of its empire, the belief that neighbors need the United States, it all crumbles. Now, is there good news to be found in all this? Here's some good news, right? Because when the empire stumbles, space opens for people to fight for something better. Canadians are showing that sovereignty isn't negotiable. Mexicans are showing what it looks like to invest in communities, building telescopes in poor neighborhoods, literally teaching kids to reach for the stars. That's the model. Not fear, not dominance, investment, cooperation, respect. These are the things that create the future. And if Canada and Mexico can stand up to America, then so can workers, voters, and citizens inside the United States. Because seeing clearly is the first step to breaking the illusion that we all might be under. So let me leave you with this, guys. America thought it could bully Canada into submission. Instead, it created a backlash so fierce that Vegas is collapsing. Allies are defecting, and the empire looks desperate. So the question now isn't whether Canada can survive Trump's attacks. The question is whether America can survive the world turning against it. And that's where we're going to have to go next. Let me know. You guys think I got this all right, all wrong? Your opinion matters so much to me, guys. Leave a comment in the section below. I read them all. I reply to them all. And again, guys, I appreciate you so much for watching The Baseline. We'll catch you the next round. Cheers, everybody.